MJF and Tony Khan are freaking geniuses when it comes to storytelling, and this is going to be one of the greatest. It's going to go down as one of the greatest promos, and you know, I'm going to say it. It's going to go down in one of the best promos in professional wrestling history. One of the biggest storylines in AEW history is about to go down right before our very eyes, and this is going to be getting ready for a match with CM Punk, and it is going to be absolutely amazing. One of the greatest episodes of AEW Dynamite in the history of the company just happened in front of our very eyes. CM Punk and Tana Hoshi confirmed for Forbidden Door. William Regal, Lord Regal, announcing Blood and Guts for January 29th in Detroit, Michigan. And we got a ton more to talk about on this episode of OTB. Stay tuned, grab a snack, grab a drink. This is going to be a special one. You guys are not going to want to miss it. This is Outside the Brand. We'll talk to you guys in just a little bit. Man, this is going to be so much fun, guys. Hold on. What is going on, guys? Thank you so much for joining us right here on Outside the Brand. This is your AEW Dynamite post show for June 1st, 2022. I'm your host, Phil, and of course, this is Outside the Brand. Of course, I got my good old buddy here off with me. Thank you so much for joining us on your Wednesday nights, wherever you may be. First of all, before I get into everything that happened on Dynamite tonight, Loff, how the hell are you?
Everything is fine. Everything is great. I want MJF to come to WWE, please. I don't know if this is I don't know if it's true or real, but whatever it is, it's very very damn good. So
It was a
um,
very interesting night that we had tonight, did we?
yeah, this was the best first hour of the show that I've seen since I've been watching AEW. So that was even besides the MJF promo, this was like the first. That whole first hour was just great. The whole show was
Yeah,
great. The first hour was just like outstanding. So
yeah. This show was absolutely going to go down as one of the greatest dynamites that the company has ever really produced, especially with Tony Khan at the helm. MJF, as we all know, on Saturday, supposedly left during a meet and greet that was supposed to be going down right before AEW Double or Nothing. But it looks like, from what I'm gathering from the community and what I'm gathering from like sources around the wrestling landscape, guys, whether you thought it was a shoot or a promo, I legitimately thought it was going to be a shoot. I legitimately thought it was a shoot. I think we all got played. I think we all got played. And of course, I still think some of the issues that MJF has with, like, kind of like the style of AEW and what it was compared to what it has become, I think those are still kind of like deeply rooted in MJF, and those are legitimate issues. But when it comes to creative, when it comes to money, I don't think anything of that is really the issue. And I think we all just got played. Looking and hearing about what MJF cut tonight in one of the biggest promos in all of AEW, it's definitely going to go down as one of the best promos within the last 10 years. Seriously, I think that's going to be, it's a bold statement to say, but I think that really is a statement that could be held really accountable for. And this is going to be something that is going to be going down, and people are going to remember this forever. Decades will pass, and people are still going to be discussing this type of a promo and what this means. And we're going to be talking about what this means in just a little bit. I said it was a shoot from the very beginning. I thought MJF was we all know MJF is a prick, but the way that he was just coming off with him leaving during the meet and greet, with him almost not showing up at Double or Nothing, and everything else in between, I just thought he was just being a complete dick, and he just did not want to show up to work anymore. But MJF and Tony Khan are some of the greatest storytellers when it comes to just professional wrestling, and this is going to turn into one of the biggest storylines in AEW history. when you heard all of this going down, let's start from everything, okay? From Saturday to Double or Nothing, and then to tonight. What were your just initial thoughts of everything that was going down? Because I know a ton of people had a ton of different thoughts. This was just interesting from the very beginning.
I'm conflicted right now, just because I don't know where this ends up going, as if it's real or not.
Yeah.
It was extremely captivating. I thought I was gonna miss it, but I'm so happy I didn't, because as soon as he grabbed that mic, he started screaming. So I figured something was about to happen, and
Right.
the crowd reacted the right way. I think he might have unintentionally turned himself into a babyface, because the crowd like flipped on his side halfway through the promo.
Yeah.
Um,
But he turned those fans that were rooting with him onto them real quick. He turned on those guys
yeah,
real quick.
I mean, nothing that he said was wrong in the promo. I think
No.
that was the best thing about it. None of it sounded like
Yeah.
he was saying it to say it. Um, everything that he said about Tony Khan is like my exact criticisms of the product. So that just made me happy that whether I don't know if it's real or not, but whatever everything that he said is what I've been trying.
This was off. This was off out here, not MJF. This was off.
Listen, if I had a chance to cut a promo like that, I would say everything that he said, probably more, because it seemed like I think that's why I gravitated it more than, like I said, I see people already comparing it to like what CM Punk's pipe bomb was. I know that's
Okay.
already like the one thing you compare it to at this point.
Yeah.
I think CM Punk's pipe bomb was amazing. That's still a freaking moment in time that I'll never forget.
Right.
How out of nowhere it came, the element of surprise obviously helped it. But I couldn't relate to what CM Punk was saying, because I wasn't CM Punk. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't that held down wrestler in the company that deserved more, or thought he deserved more. I wasn't that at that time. I am the fan that tweets opinions on Twitter that no one cares about, and makes
Right. Yeah.
videos at my phone that no one cares about. I am the freaking guy who's been calling Tony Khan a mark since I started watching this show, and it was easy to relate to, and
Yeah.
whether it's real or not, this man is, if he wasn't a star already, he's a star now, because now you have the whole professional wrestling universe
You
speaking
got the
about you at one
entire
time.
professional wrestling world talking right now, and I'm sorry I cut you off, but look at this. Our man Tio Sells 4th4. He is in the chat. What's going on, my man? You already know that you are definitely one of my greatest friends on TikTok, especially wrestling TikTok, and TikTok, Jesus, and you appeared on the podcast before. This is an absolute honor. It's an absolute honor that you're here. We're going to be talking about everything that this is going to be doing when it comes to MJF. When you heard about the Saturday incident, though, him not showing up to the meet and greet, and apparently, from what people are saying, he was just in the casino, just gambling because it's Double or Nothing, and they're in Vegas. What did you hear? What did you hear about that, and how did you just feel all that was going down?
I thought it was going to be the beginning of him just saying he wants to get out of there. I didn't really care what he was actually doing. I just thought that it meant that he was really not, like, really disassociating himself from the product, because now he's like showing that he really does not want to help them anymore, or doesn't want to work for them anymore, it seems.
On Sunday, did you think he was going to show up?
No, I was very surprised when he did show up, because, like I told you, I was watching the ball game. So when I turned around and I saw him coming out, the crowd popped, and I was like, okay. And the match wasn't even that long, so I figured that was going to happen. He got in, got out.
MJF got squashed. He got squashed. And the thing is, here's the thing. Tony Khan and the official AEW Twitter account, they announced everything on the show tonight, except for the MJF promo. Now, it's a very interesting situation to even talk about with that, because when you don't even mention an MJF promo that is going to be happening on the show, especially with him being one of the biggest stars in all of AEW. You would think that there is something wrong with that. But with the way that things came off tonight, and with how everything was going down, MJF, like I said, cut one of the biggest promos and one of the best promos, not only in AEW history, but pro wrestling history within the last 10 years. This is going to be turning into something absolutely amazing. And I wanted to show you guys a video that happened after the lights went out. And after the lights went out and after we pretty much went to commercial, there was a video that went all over the place on Twitter, and it was probably on Wrestling TikTok. That's probably how you saw it, dude. But
yeah,
CM Punk, he didn't even walk out there. He stormed to the ring afterwards. The AEW World Champion stormed out to the ring. MJF got out of the ring as fast as he humanly can, went to the barricade, and walked out of the arena. I'm telling you guys right now, Chicago has 2 pay-per-view events coming up within the next within the next 4 months. We got Forbidden Door at the end of the month, and then All Out in September.
Yeah.
This is setting up CM Punk and MJF for All Out. And the thing is, guys, I'm telling you right now, this is going to be leading into one of the biggest storylines in AEW history. We know that it was going to be either MJF or possibly Eddie Kingston that could be the one to go up against CM Punk at All Out. It looks like it's going to be MJF. It looks like everything from right now is all going to be part of the story. I can't wait to see what is going to go down because MJF is one of the greatest minds when it comes to storytelling. CM Punk is doing absolutely phenomenal work, whether you like him or not. And Tony Khan, he's at the helm of this, with the help of obviously CM Punk and MJF, of course, because obviously this wouldn't all be a thing if it wasn't for those two. I can't wait to see where this goes down because this is going to be something special and people are going to want to watch.
Indeed.
I can't wait for this. So, guys, we're going to be going down everything that happened tonight on AEW, everything that unfolded tonight from the MJF promo to everything else that happened on the show. Athena talking with everybody pretty much from the baddies and, what happened with Stokely Hathaway and everything from that. Wardlow's first match since being all elite and everything in between. But guys, I want you guys to continue supporting Outside the Brand wherever you can. Hit that thumbs up button down below. Let's try to get this to 25 likes minimum. I know you guys can do it. You guys have done this before. So get it to 25 likes minimum for the AEW Dynamite post show on Outside the Brand. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We are on the road to 500 subscribers. We are trying to hit that for SummerSlam. So if you guys can please, if you have not hit that subscribe button already, please do that. We would greatly appreciate it. Follow us on social media. You guys can follow me at BillyMatt_. That is on Twitter and Instagram. You guys can follow me on the same app when it comes to TikTok as well. While everybody else that's a part of OTB has their TikTok channels down in the description below as well. So you guys can go check out what they're doing. I'm pretty sure Vince McMahon might be having a call with either me or Loft pretty soon after what we kind of just witnessed on Dynamite tonight. He's not going to be happy, man. He's not. Oh, God. He's not going to be happy. Or he might, considering if he really thinks that this is all a shoot as well when it comes to MJF, and he just really wants him on his side of the spectrum when it comes to either sports entertainment or professional wrestling, whatever you want to say it as. So I'm going to probably have to speak with him at some point because I feel a call coming on soon. You
shit.
also can check out the merchandise store. How about that, man?
Merchandise.
TheBonfire.com, exclusive home of Outside the Brand and its merchandise. The new OTB logo, the ones that you see on both sides of the screen right there. The one over there and the one over there. That is now on a t-shirt. That is now on a t-shirt. And you guys can go check that out on bonfire.com, the exclusive home of Outside the Brand and its merchandise. So go get that today. And you guys can rep OTB wherever you may go. All right, guys, let's get right into it. My boy Nick is also in the chat. That is AwesomeMax13. What's going on, Nick? You know, you are talking about Tana Hoshi, and we're going to be talking about Tana Hoshi in just a little bit too, because we kicked off with the AEW World Champion in CM Punk, and he was in a trios match tonight with his friends in FTR, taking on the team of the Gun Club and
boys.
Max Caster. I love Max Caster. I love the entire Acclaimed with the Ass Boys type of just mentality. You know, not only are their raps phenomenal, but then the Ass Boys just continuing to get the city or the town or whatever, pretty much anywhere that they are going for AEW, they get it wrong. That
was funny.
It's hilarious. And then Anthony Bowens, who is still in the wheelchair because of his injury, he says, no, this is how you do it. And then he does his whole shtick of Los Angeles, the Acclaim have arrived. And then he just said a very sus sentence afterwards.
He be wilding.
You want to say it, or
I'm not saying anything.
Well, it has something to do with the scissor stuff that they do. I'll just say that. And the person that was pushing the wheelchair. I'll just say that. You guys can probably figure it out.
That's crazy.
So they have this match. It was a pretty good match for what it was. I love FTR and CM Punk as a trio. I know technically speaking, you know, with everything going on with Ring of Honor and everything that's going on with the Forbidden Door pay-per-view, FTR got attacked by the United Kingdom. Wait, I think that is actually the tag team name, isn't it? Yeah.
I don't know.
With Shadow Khan and Okan and Jeff Cobb. Nick, if you're still here, you can probably help me out with that. There was a tag team name. Well, there was a tag team of Okan from New Japan and Jeff Cobb. They're part of some stable in New Japan. So if somebody knows that name, please help me out with that. It was a good match for what it was. CM Punk got his stuff in. The Ass Boys actually carry their own with FTR, which I was very surprised about. And Max Caster, he was doing some great stuff in here too. When you first saw this match going to be taking place and when you just saw this unfold with you, how did you feel about CM Punk? How did you feel about FTR being a part of all of this? And we all know what this was leading towards because obviously what happened after the match. And we all knew who was going to win, obviously, because of the opponents that were on the other side of this. But what did you think of this? I thought it wasn't that bad.
No, I mean, it did its job. It did its job to start the show. I didn't think it was bad at all. I mean, obviously, CM Punk's team was going to win, but it was a good way to start off the show. The crowd was hot for a little bit. They had weird points. They would go like hot for a little bit, and then they would go like quiet for a little bit.
Yeah.
But the match itself was cool.
What's going on, Tanya? How are you?
Hey.
So yeah, I mean, this was a pretty damn good match to start off the show. We came back from picture in picture, and Caster goes for a sharpshooter, but Dax fights out and makes the tag to CM Punk. Before I actually go further, Max Caster's rap was phenomenal tonight.
I didn't. He must have wrote that like earlier today because like I was like, how did he know that stuff happened? I was like, oh shit, he probably just wrote it.
Well,
like,
no, he writes all his stuff down.
Yeah, I was thinking like, when did he write it? Like,
oh,
at what
when
time?
that had to have been earlier today. That had to have been
that's what
because
I'm like, how in the world did he just know? Like, he must have just wrote that. He kind of saw that. He's like, all right, I'll put this in my rap.
Who's the girl in that Johnny Depp thing?
Amber Heard.
It's something Heard. Amber Heard. Yeah. So Amber Heard. That Amber Heard line was phenomenal. And then he said Bret Hart is trash, and and we all know the whole Bret Hart and the pretty much the Hart Foundation and FTR references and all that stuff. His stuff is great, and then obviously, yeah. So it was absolutely amazing stuff to see from Max Caster tonight. But he was trying to lock on a sharpshooter, but he could not get there. Punk tags in. He slips off the top rope trying to do a springboard clothesline. The springboard lariat he always does, but he slipped off the ropes. It happens, guys. It happens. And Punk was even really pushing the narrative that he was trying to get better in his promo after the match. But he runs wild anyway on the Gun Club and Caster. Punk hits a neck breaker and then a roundhouse kick onto Caster. Running knee to Austin Gunn. And then Cash takes out Caster and Colton on the outside. Punk then goes to the top rope and hits an elbow drop, the Macho Man-like elbow drop. Billy Gunn then jumps on the apron and just to stare in the face of CM Punk. Billy then does the suck it stuff, and Austin tries to take advantage of the distraction. Punk then powerbombs Austin. That powerbomb was really scary. I don't know if you saw that, but man, that one-arm powerbomb, I didn't think he was going to be able to hold it off.
That was pretty dirty.
It was great looking, but I didn't think he was going to pull it off because of how long the match was going on for and how tired it made CM Punk look. Yeah. But he did. He got it off, and it looked pretty good in the end. He powerbombed him, Austin, into Billy, and then hit a GTS to Austin. Austin sold it so well that FTR was able to hit the big rig, or Shattered Machine, for all you WWE guys out there. And then on the way down, Dax had to legitimately push Austin down because he was selling it like god dang death. And he covered him for the 1, 2, 3. And Dax Harwood gets the pin for FTR and CM Punk. And they pick up the victory here. The match wasn't really the story, though, as what was happening afterwards. And man, we got our first match confirmed for Forbidden Door.
I'm kind of disappointed. Part of me is disappointed. I think Okada's hurt, though. I think Okada's injured. I think that's what I didn't realize that until like after it was over. That's why I figured that's why Tanahashi was like, okay, well, he's next up. But
I thought it was going to be Kenta.
That too. You could have went that way too. I mean, I don't know
the whole GTS and GTS stuff, but
I only knew those 3 New Japan wrestlers, so it was like, okay, well, it's got to be one of those 3. I don't know.
Yeah, guys, you're gonna have to forgive us. We don't totally watch New Japan over here. I watched the New Japan stuff that people recommend me.
I watched the G1 Climax, and that was it.
Yeah. I watch the stuff that people recommend me, and that's really it. I know some people over there, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not totally oblivious to it. I just don't watch it on a goddamn daily basis like some of these other guys do. But yeah, this is what happened after the match. Punk and FTR hold up their titles in celebration, and Punk gets on the mic and says that he has never done drugs, but this has to be what it feels like because he is just so on top of the world right now. That was a very good line right there.
Yeah.
It got a very good chuckle out of me, and it pretty much got the crowd back into it as well. He still has a lot to work. He still has a lot of work to do, but he knows that he needs to get better. And but that's what this championship is all about. He wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the roads to success that he has paved along the way. And if it wasn't littered by mistakes, he wouldn't have been here. Call me what you want, good, bad, or indifferent, but what you have to call me is champ. Dax says that it does feel that good to do drugs. So of course he just has to do it. Wrestling means everything to him. His wife and child are in the crowd tonight, and those are the only two other things that are worth more to him than wrestling, which obviously, that should be the case. It's your wife, it's your kid, things happen. But at the end of the day, this was absolutely a great promo by both of them. Dax says that if you are from a different company, Finley, from out here, and let's just kick your ass. Finley, meaning David Finley, from New Japan. I know a lot of people were thinking it was Fit Finley, but he was saying David Finley, so it was that. Punk says that he is the best in the world, and some of the best wrestlers in the world are from New Japan. So, show me what you got. Show me who I've got for Forbidden Door. Hiroshi Tanahashi shows up. He walks out. Tanahashi stares down CM Punk from the ring, from the stage. And Punk is just taking in the adulation of the crowd. He knows what is going down at AEW Double. I'm fucking tired, bro. Still.
I know what you're
at Forbidden Door. Jesus Christ.
You good.
I can't figure this out. They really don't have pay-per-views 2 times a month in AEW, so
That's good.
So you're gonna have to forgive me, but Jesus Christ, this is gonna be awesome though. Tanahashi versus CM Punk. This is going to be something to remember, seriously. And I know a lot of people are saying that Tanahashi is going to dog walk all over CM Punk.
Yeah.
Who should really win this match? It really should be Tanahashi. It really should.
Yeah.
But is it going to be, though, with him being world champion and being in Chicago? I think Punk's going to take it.
I'll be very disappointed.
It's in Chicago. He's the world champion. I'm looking at Forbidden Door right now just to see if something. Okay, no, there's nothing on their Wikipedia page when it comes to matches or anything like that. But it is confirmed. It is going to be Punk versus Tanahashi for the Forbidden Door pay-per-view. People are saying it's for the title. People are saying it's not. I hope it's not for the title. We don't really need championships on the line for this show. We don't need titles on the line. This is from what I'm hearing, this is going to be some type of yearly thing, maybe. But I got to hear Tony Khan say that first.
Yeah.
But from what we are doing right here with New Japan and AEW, Forbidden Door, no titles really need to be on the line for this. You think?
Yeah, I don't think you should. This should be non-title. Just have them wrestle just to wrestle. It'll be good either way.
it's not going to hurt anything.
I don't think so. No.
It's not going to hurt anything. It's not going to hurt anything for CM Punk's title reign. It's not going to hurt anything for when it comes to Tana Hoshi. I just don't think titles need to be on the line. That's where I'm just going with that, and hopefully we'll just see some stuff down the line. We only got 3 more AEW Dynamites to go until this pay-per-view, dude. This was the first one, and then we got 3 more until the 26th, which is when the pay-per-view is. I thought we were going to see something at the end of the show tonight with Moxley. But that didn't happen because they were doing something with Blood and Guts.
Yeah.
Well, we'll definitely see something with Moxley, though. I do fully believe we're going to have some type of Moxley match, solo-wise, at Forbidden Door. There's going to have to be something. Because Moxley's on top of the world right now.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with that. CM Punk, Tana Hoshi is going to be a great thing. I cannot wait to see where that goes. It's going to be a great thing to see. So, commentary runs down the rest of the card tonight, but up next is MJF. They didn't wait. They didn't have us wait. They did not have us wait. So, MJF's music hits. He's walking out there, and you can tell that he is legitimately pissed off, or at least you think he is legitimately pissed off. From what you saw tonight and from everything that you heard tonight on the promo, it looks like he was legitimately pissed off. He looked like he didn't even want to be there on Sunday. So his music hit. He cuts his music, and he says that he's been in a lot of pain after Sunday. You people want to hear me talk? He'll talk, but this is Max Friedman talking.
Here we go.
This isn't MJF talking. This is legitimately. This is Maxwell Friedman. This is MJF, like the legitimate MJF. My God, this is so good. I can't wait to go over this. There are a lot of executives here to watch the product because obviously they're in LA. The whole Time Warner Media right here. Everything with the whole merger and everything. There's a lot of executives here to watch the product. It will be real bad if something bad happened. Khan has wanted to sort things out for a while, but it's too little too late. He had to write his own ticket while others were handed contracts, and he still gets no respect. Nobody is on his level. Everything he touches turns to gold. There is nothing that he can't do. Every time that he comes out here, people are just trying to hit home runs. But with him, he is expected to hit grand slams, and he does that on a weekly basis. Others settle for being great, but he has to be perfect. He is the only guy capable of carrying this company as he has for the months that he has been doing it. Where were all of the cheers? At this point, the people were cheering at this point. People were saying, like, let's go MJF, this is exactly what we've been wanting to see from you. But he turned on them real quick. He said, where were all the fans that are cheering when you guys call me an unprofessional piece of shit? Other guys can take his spot because simply he just does not want to be here anymore. You are uneducated marks. You don't know shit. You sit there on your phones, you tweet the dumbest crap, and you change your opinions at a drop of a dime. He is the best in the world right now. He is the only guy who makes you feel, and he doesn't have to do a bunch of bullshit in order to get you there. He's a generational talent, and you people take him for granted. The best man in the back does the same. The big man in the back does the same. Talking Tony Khan. Do you know who the second biggest minute-by-minute draw is here in AEW? It's me. Tony won't dig in his pockets to pay me like it. He is saving it for all the ex-WWE guys. The crowd at this point, guys, we're all on MJF's side. And Olaf, I can legitimately probably tell that you were jumping up and down in your room saying when he was doing the whole ex-WWE guys, paying all this stuff, you were very happy at this point, weren't you?
Dog, I was freaking screaming. I'm like, this is what I've been waiting for this whole time, and no one wanted to say this shit. And this is, I was so prepared for him to go out there and like not cut the promo that I expected, and he goes out there and cuts the exact promo that I've been trying to formulate this whole time. So, oh my god.
So Tony Khan is in the position of power where he is the only, or his only position should be behind the guardrail with all the fans. Quote, and this is a quote from MJF now, or Max Freeman. Tony, I want you to fire me. You fucking mark. And then the live feed cuts. And we go to commercial. Now there is an uncensored version where it legitimately says, Tony, I want you to fire me, you fucking mark. But during the actual live broadcast, we heard, Tony, I want you to fire me, you, and then it bleeps out, fucking mark. AEW has never bleeped out any of their promos in the history of this company. AEW has never cut off mics in the company's history. AEW has never just shot and randomly just go to commercial. And this is a full commercial here. This isn't a picture-in-picture. This is a full-fledged commercial. The entire commercial takes up your entire television screen, no matter what size your television is. They never do this. And that's what made it so much more special.
I want it to be real. I want it to be real. I'm tired. I'm tired of the fucking fake shit, man. I know we don't like that word, but I'm tired of this freaking work shit. I want him to do something else. Because I don't see the reason for him to go out there and cut that promo and say as much right stuff as he said, and then just, oh nope, it's a storyline now. I'm cool again. You know, it's just nah. I really, really want this to be real.
Now, the video that I was alluding to on Twitter was a video after the fact that we were in commercial break. Somebody from the AEW crowd in Los Angeles called what was happening after the commercial break. MJF was just going absolutely crazy in the ring, and the AEW World Champion CM Punk stormed to the ring. He stormed to the ring. MJF saw CM Punk, and he left. He left the ring. He went through the guardrail, the barricade guardrail kind of thing. And he just walked out. He just left. CM Punk was just standing out there, and he just walked back up the ramp. There's a reason why CM Punk walked out there, and nobody else. Tony Khan didn't walk out there. Any other AEW executive didn't walk out there. Hell, none of even the Pinnacle members walked out there. There's a reason why CM Punk was the one. I guarantee you it's setting up CM Punk and MJF somehow. It has to be. Why would CM Punk walk out there? CM Punk and MJF they legitimately don't like each other either. So if CM Punk had an issue with this, everybody else did too. Back there.
That's why I wanted to be real, because if the only reason I thought he came out there was because CM Punk did the exact same thing a few years ago. So I thought he was trying to. I don't understand if they just said, "Hey, you're the world champion. You go out there and represent us." But I'm happy. I'm happy it made it like, if it was not real, I'm happy that he like left through the crowd. I was thinking, like, how is he just gonna go back there and walk past Tony like he just didn't say all that shit?
Right.
It doesn't make any sense unless he really is like.
Unless he legitimately sat down with Tony and wrote down this promo by promo to make it look like a legit shoot.
Yeah.
There was no way he was going to be able to walk up the ramp to the back. So going through the crowd was perfect.
That would suck if this was freaking fake, dog.
At first, I thought it was just a legit shoot.
I don't think it is.
I don't know anymore at this point, though. Like, I don't know. I just thought it was a straight shoot the entire time. Shout out to you, Mr. Tesh and Santi and all that stuff. You guys are great. I thought it was just a complete shoot. This is absolutely 100% real, but now I just simply don't know. And I don't need to apologize to anybody, but I told everybody it was a straight shoot from the beginning. But now with this, I legitimately don't know. And we're going to have to figure this out, and we're going to have to find a way in order to get there. And this is going to be something we're just going to have to wait and see. And this is, whether this is a story or whether this is legit, this is going to be one of the greatest things that we are going to be remembering in professional wrestling with over the next 10 years.
For sure. This got to go down as one of those really good ones, because it was perfect for what it was.
And usually I don't make statements like that. I usually don't say within the next 10 years they're going to be talking about this. We're going to be talking about this for the rest of our times being professional wrestling fans. But the way that MJF is, and with the way that AEW has been with their storytelling, and this is not AEW shilling over here. This is not me criticizing WWE for their shitty storytelling or what have you. This is me just being a pro wrestling fan and telling you guys the legitimate, God to honest truth that this is going to be something that we're all going to remember. This has nothing to do with WWE versus AEW. This is just professional wrestling.
Is that the first time they actually said the words WWE on AEW television?
Yes.
I know they all WrestleMania a few times.
Yes. The MJF mentioning the actual acronym of WWE. That was the first time. They've always said WWE, but without really saying it.
Yeah.
They've said the competition. They've said sports entertainment. Now obviously Jericho's doing it all the time, but but you get what I mean. They've always done it without directly saying it. MJF said it. MJF said ex-WWE guys, and he said WWE just flat out in his promo.
Do you know how good this could be if this turns out to be like a Shane going to WCW thing?
No, this is dude, I'm telling you right now, whether it's story or legit, this is going to be great. I don't care if it's a work or a shoot anymore.
Shit, I do. I want him to show
I'm just here for it.
So bad.
I'm just here for it. And like Aiden said, Aiden said in one of these comments, I don't know, I believe it was Aiden. Yeah, he said right here, MJF just showing up on a random Raw or SmackDown would make this even better. That would be phenomenal. Like, he just shows up sitting in the front row. We know he'd be sitting in the front row because he has enough money to do that. And Tony Khan just allowing him to do that in order to either progress the story or continue just this shoot would be great. Oh my god.
He's gonna. I don't know if you can even like. That's why I'm hoping it's not a shoot. I don't know how you even advance this without treating it as fragile as it would be if it was real. You know, I don't know. I don't think they're gonna mess it up, but at the same time, it's just like I want him to dip. I want him to get out of there. Not for the fact of him not doing good in AEW because he did great in AEW, but one guy I feel like WWE, even though I feel they would nerf the hell out of him, I think there's certain things that he says on AEW television that he probably can't say on Raw or SmackDown.
Well, no, he's not. He's not going to be able to say fuck. He's not going to be able to say you fucking virgins or marks or anything of that nature. He's not going to be able to say that. Like,
I'm hoping that like bringing him in is like a change for the company to go back into what it used to be, even though I don't think it will, due to all like the partnerships they have with like Disney and all that bullshit. It's just I want him to be the start of something new in the company.
I know he's not going to be able to say all these goddamn things that he's able to say in AEW, but they didn't change a single thing about Cody.
That's different. That's because Cody. I just think the Cody thing is Cody was there before, and Cody knows what the code is. You know.
Yeah.
Cody knows how Vince ticks and all that stuff. MJF's gonna walk in there like he's a completely different dude, and like who in your opinion, who's the best promo in the WWE right now?
In WWE right now, other than Cody?
Yeah.
Other than Cody, Seth.
Now, do you think MJF could completely walk him in a promo battle?
WWE style?
Any style. Well, actually, WWE style, yeah. Without cursing and all that stuff.
No, Seth's got that in the bag.
You think so?
If MJF can't say anything that he's able to say normally, I don't think it would be in the bag. I shouldn't say that, but I think Seth would win it, depending on the story.
That's the thing. I don't think that he has to like go and like full out curse him out. I don't think he has to like curse him out to have a good promo because like I know Cena isn't technically active right now, but if you had like an angry Cena and MJF go at each other, you know how great that would be. And even though I feel like Cena might get the edge over him, MJF would put him in a box. And I've only seen like a few people put like Cena in a box. I've only seen
you really think that, huh?
Box, you know, huh?
You really like? Wow,
yeah,
that's interesting. Because, well, we all know Cena's great on the mic, and then MJF, regardless, he's great at what he does too. I guess
that's always what I've gotten about promo. Who can put the other in a box first? And you put someone like Cena in there, Cena knows how to put you in a box. You put someone like Rock in there, Rock knows how to put you in a box in most cases.
Right.
And Cena put Rock in a blender. Remember back then 2011, 2012.
Yeah.
Rock forgot his lines. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
and then he had to run him down on his hands in order to get through on the time.
And then Cena pointed that out. That is I think MJF has a tiny bit of that now. If he
and hell, even Cena did that with Roman.
Yeah. And like even though Roman beat him on both of those matches, you wouldn't be able to tell if you just watched the promos, you would think Cena whooped his ass twice, you know?
Right.
It's just because Cena's mind works that way. Now, obviously Cena's not going to go out there and curse you out like MJF is going to, but I think with a bit of practice, MJF can actually do a good job of just like working their way, you know what I'm saying, with still adding his obvious talent already. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it'd be that much of a drop off. That's primarily why I want him in the company. I really don't care for him wrestling. I feel like people are gonna just immediately
And
beg for the Miz match.
people are going to put MJF in random matches, and it's going to be a great thing no matter what, because he's a great professional wrestler at what he is anyway. If you saw his work in CZW, if you saw his work here, you know he's great.
The only match that you can really put him in that I feel will get a huge mainstream attention is against Miz. And I don't even think the match itself would be the best part of that. The best part of it would be the promos. And Miz will get walked through there.
Yeah.
Miz will get walked down there. So we're just like you
wouldn't want to see, like, let's say, a match between Seth and MJF.
You said what?
This version of Seth. You wouldn't want to see this against MJF?
No, because
what about Cody?
No, because I think everything that Rollins said about Cody, he's just gonna try to say that about MJF, because everything that Rollins said on Monday is kind of what is all you can really say. But I mean, MJF is like he can just throw a whole bunch of stuff out there because, one, he's never been in a company before. He probably doesn't know that many people there unless he just knows a whole bunch of WWE guys, which he probably does. I don't know, but
he probably definitely does. He wouldn't have been saying all this stuff if it wasn't for this.
There's certain ways you go about that stuff.
And I mean, he knows Bruce.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I just don't think it would be much of a draw for me. I don't see what they will fight about. You know what I'm saying? That I don't think MJF can really do anything to Seth on that point, just because I don't think they have anything to prove to each other. You know what I'm saying? Cody to and me, Rollins, maybe.
To me, either person they put him up against is going to be great. I even think a Cody versus MJF thing here in WWE wouldn't even be that bad.
Oh no, that's the reason why I want him here. That's the only reason why I want him here, because I know that he can make it work, and I think it would definitely improve the product as far as just like promos go. Now matches, it's a whole different scenario, because I don't think there's anyone in the company right now, like I said, The Miz, besides him, that really fits what MJF is doing on AEW.
Yeah.
I don't see what they'll fight about unless you put him in somewhere where, like, he's fighting against Roman, and you don't want him to go against Roman, because as much as Roman has improved in his promos, you put him in there, someone who can like actually work the mic, he's going to get walked too. Roman may win the match, but promo or not, or match or not, he's not getting past someone like MJF as far as the mic goes.
And we have Paul Heyman to thank for that when it comes to his promos too. But at the end of the day, Paul Heyman. And at the end of the day, Paul Heyman is one of the best on the mic as well, and that's managerial wise as well. But you know, regardless whether anybody thinks it's a work or a shoot, I'm just here to enjoy it at this point, because it's going to be something to remember. And at the end of the day, I do still fully believe, whether any of this is a shoot or story or what have you, I still think he's going to end up in WWE one day.
I hope so.
With everything that he has been saying, not even a part of everything that's been going down with the walkout, or not walkout, but just the no-show, and then almost walking out on Double or Nothing and everything like that. He just goes on random podcasts at times and talks WWE. I mean, like, I fully intend that I think he's going to be here in WWE at some point. It's just going to, we're just going to have to figure out when that is going to be, because still, his contract doesn't end until 2024.
That sucks.
January 1st, 2024.
That's crazy. Damn.
Imagine he showed up at the Rumble that year.
Oh my gosh. That
would be insane.
That would be something. No, but I freaking, maybe we might ruin it and say, hey guys, guess who's coming on Royal Rumble? MJF, and just ruin it.
MJF.
Like, oh, thanks. Thank
You
you.
want to know what I really wanted him to say, though, in this promo? Because he mentioned WWE already. You might as well have just said it.
What?
His Tough Enough promo.
Oh my gosh.
You remember that shit?
Yeah.
If he mentioned Tough Enough, saying that you guys didn't even want me back then,
That would have been funny.
and now all of a sudden you do,
That would
bro.
have been funny.
And he said Maxwell Jacob Feinstein because he was still doing that on the Indies.
Yeah.
Not even Freeman.
Jesus.
All right, guys. Well, we're gonna get out from this. We can talk about the whole MJF stuff all day. Seriously.
Yeah.
We might actually have to do like a special Thursday edition tomorrow just to talk about it all because this is insane. Up next, we had John Morrison, Johnny Elite. He is back here on AEW. He is 1-1 in AEW. He had his match with obviously Samoa Joe on AEW Dynamite, which he lost. He was the Joker of the tournament. And then he had a match on AEW Dark, which he won. Earlier on AEW's official Twitter account, they said that Johnny signed an open contract to pretty much fight anybody in AEW. He has his ring entrance. He says a slow-mo and everything. He's doing the whole Johnny Elite, John Morrison, whatever you know him as, deal. And he's in the ring. He's waiting. And man, I have to say this, Boff, the Redeemer is back.
The Redeemer has returned.
Over 200 days since we saw this man last. And he is now back.
He looked good too. He looked
great.
Cause Lana tweeted earlier and she was like,
CJ Perry.
I was like, oh.
She's like, I'm gonna tune in to AEW tonight. I'm like, oh shit. As soon as I saw that CJ Perry tweet, I'm like, Miro's returning tonight. And then I saw the Johnny Elite open challenge, like open contract kind of thing. I'm like, there's Miro.
That shit is great.
So it was a listen. Johnny Elite is 1-2 now in AEW. Miro obviously won his first match back. They kind of put themselves into a corner. I don't really like that, really, because Johnny Elite, whether he is legitimately signed with AEW or not, he's 1-2 now in the company, and that's not really the best like for him. He faced Samoa Joe, and then an episode of AEW Dark, which I did not watch, and then Miro. His first two losses are against two of the biggest guys within the company.
Yeah.
And I can say Samoa Joe is one of the biggest guys in the company because he's a Ring of Honor television champion.
Yeah.
I hope Johnny Elite is going to be sticking around. I think he's a great get for AEW if he actually does stick around. But you got to treat him better than this. Put him in there against guys that obviously he could shine with. And he didn't. It's not like he didn't shine with Miro here, but it's Miro's first match back. Nobody expected him to lose his first match back.
Yeah, no.
So put him in there with guys that we can obviously see him shine with. But you guys got to give him at least some kind of credible wins here. Johnny Elite, I'm calling him Johnny Elite because that's what his name is now in this company. He had Johnny Mundo, he had Johnny Impact, he had John Morrison, he had Johnny Drip Drip. I mean, there's so many names.
We don't say that here. We don't say that here.
Sorry. Well, he did have that name.
Hate that damn
He's had
name.
so many names within his career. I'm pretty sure if he ever went to Ring of Honor, he'd be Johnny Honor or something like that. There's just so many names. Morrison's a great talent, and he should be treated as such. I've seen this man. I've honestly talked to this man at an indie show. He is one of the most genuine guys you can ever meet. Give this guy a chance. Johnny Nitro, I missed one. Give this guy a chance because he can be something great within your company. You can put him in a TNT championship picture and you're easily going to get a great match. Imagine Scorpio Sky with him.
Yeah.
I know it's just another WWE guy to you, man, but he's so great.
No, I mean, I don't think Morrison should be. Well, I don't know. I feel like Morrison's prime is so far behind him now. It's just like every time I see him, I get irritated because I feel he was freaking wasted before, like everywhere after like his.
Well, he was wasted in the second WWE run. He was wasted.
Yeah, the second run he was walking around with the beard and shit.
Yeah.
He was like very close to being like world champion. That was like it for me. So everything after that, I just never was really invested in. So I don't really see the reason for Tony Khan picking him up because like it seems like he's just going to be jobbing out to people.
Yeah. Was that run with Miz his third then?
Yeah.
Or was that still his second?
Yeah, because he left for a little bit, went to Impact, and then came back, and that was his third.
Because he was definitely wasted in that third run.
Yeah, because the first time he was like on SmackDown and stuff, doing like the IC Championship stuff with Drew McIntyre and Jeff and Ray and shit.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, those are the good times.
Yeah, that was peak Morrison. Then he left.
Yeah.
Came back, did the stuff with R-Truth, left, went to Impact, came back, and went back to doing Miz stuff.
Okay. So yeah, and we all know he was wasted there too. We don't talk about that Johnny Drip stuff over here because that was one of the worst parts of his career. And the fact that he still kind of does it on the indie scene too. It on the indie scene, I kind of see it as a little bit of more of an innocent kind of thing because obviously people are just going to gravitate towards that more, especially kids.
Yeah.
It's just a little innocent thing. I don't fault him for that at all. They still actually use his WWE theme whenever he comes out too, which is kind of cool. Because that's what people know him as, and Ain't No Make Believe is just one of the. It's a sleeper for one of the greatest theme songs in WWE, especially within this era.
It's a great
song.
To me,
I think it's a really good song. The Miro won here. We're coming back from a commercial break here, picture in picture, and he caught a crossbody and spikes Elite on his knee for a backbreaker. Miro then stomps on the mat before he misses the Moshka kick. Elite then hits a roundhouse, and Elite then hits some strikes in the corner, a flying chuck kick, standing shooting star press, and a cover for 2. Elite then does a running knee, then a rolling senton from the top, but Miro dodges. Every time he does that rolling senton, though, I feel like he's gonna bust a knee because he lands so badly on a knee.
Yeah.
But he gets back up, and then Miro hits the Mochka kick, and then he locks in the game over, or otherwise known as the Accolade, and Elite. It says he taps out here, but I feel like he passed out. I don't know if he tapped or passed out, but regardless, Miro picked up the win.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, Miro picks up his first win back in AEW, and we're going to be seeing where things go from there. So up next, we had a recap of the Anarchy in the arena match, and the JAS make their way to the ring. So Jericho says, shut off the music. Parker says that at Double or Nothing, they dominated Anarchy in the arena. Therefore, the AEW Galaxy shall appreciate us. I freaking love it, dude.
I hate that shit so bad, bro. I don't like it, and I didn't like it the first time I heard it. It's just like, oh my god,
The AEW Galaxy, bro.
there's something wrong with him. It got better once my man came out, but damn,
Oh my god.
goodness gracious, there's something wrong with him.
So the AEW Galaxy should appreciate us. Daddy Magic says, quote, "We are the princes of pain because nobody does it better." Jericho then says that you people don't deserve to sing. What you deserve is the winners of the Anarchy in the arena. Winning that match wasn't without a price. Eddie Kingston wanted to light him on fire. What kind of a man burns another man on fire? At this point in my TikTok live, I just started naming people just putting others on fire. Randy doing it to the Fiend. I believe Alexa did it to Randy when she did a fireball.
Kane literally every week in like the 90s.
Kane does it to anybody. I believe didn't Kane do it to JR?
Kane everybody. They had all the matches. Remember those?
I believe Undertaker probably did it to Randy Orton or something like that. Anybody that does an Inferno match, like you said, like there's been a ton of people that have been burning others on fire when it comes to pro wrestling.
Yeah.
So I just started naming random people doing it, and then my chat was doing the exact same thing. It was a fun time. Danielson got choked out and he lost the match. Garcia will do the same to Moxley tonight. Sports entertainers beat pro wrestlers every day of the week. Eddie Kingston comes out with William Regal. Kingston says that he wants to fight right now, but Regal says, no, we're going to be doing this in blood and guts.
He said the thing.
He said the thing.
He said the thing.
He said the thing, and he didn't say it just like War. He tried to say it just like War Games, but obviously War Games is 2 words, and Blood and Guts is 3. So he kind of had to like make it work.
Yeah.
But he did it in like the exact same kind of way.
I accepted it. I accepted it for what it was.
Yeah, he did the emphasis and everything, which was the thing that he needed to do.
Yeah.
So he said blood and guts. Regal leaves, but Kingston walks the ring. The Jericho Appreciation Society started to attack Kingston. My God. And Jericho says that Kingston will never get blood and guts. Ortiz then walks out, and Jericho, he attacked Jericho with pool balls in a sock. The man had pool balls in a sock. I thought they were going full-fledged.
That's what that was?
Like, yeah, it was pool balls in a sock. Yes.
That shit. You ever got hit with a pool ball before? That shit hurts.
Yes.
He just got
I thought they were going full like Carly, and I thought it was a butter sock.
It looked like it.
I thought it was a butter sock. I thought they went full like Carly with that shit.
Hitting someone with a sock of pool balls is insane. Jeez.
Wow. So after that, once he pretty much just got knocked the fuck out because there were pool balls in a sock, Ortiz has scissors in his hand, and he cuts Jericho's hair. He proceeds to cut Jericho's hair. Jericho calls him a stupid son of a bitch. His hair is worth more than his entire existence. You want blood and guts? You got it. Jericho then challenges Ortiz to a hair versus hair match. He will shave Ortiz and burn him because he is a wizard. Ortiz is losing his hair when this match is happening.
Yeah. part of me
Jericho's
wants
not
to-
losing. I fully intend that Jericho's not losing his hair, because if he's going to do this entire wizard thing, you need long hair.
Yeah, I want him to have the old cut back, like the 2008 cut.
Oh God, like the old Jericho heel cut.
Yeah, I kind of want that back. I feel like that's the only way he can go. If he
That would be cool.
That would be great.
You'd have to like put gel back up in his hair and everything, because that was
Yes.
there's no way like that was actually like just his normal hairstyle.
Shit, I don't know.
But I think if he's still doing this whole wizard thing, Jericho's not losing his real hair. And obviously his hair is real, but he's not losing his hair. He's not getting it cut. Ortiz is going to get his head cut tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but when this happens. And Bash, you mother trucker, you are not here, and I'm not really saying anything bad towards you. It just sucks that your town is getting blood and guts. That is an awesome thing to witness. Bash, if you don't go to that show, go to that show. It's going to be one of the greatest things. It's blood and guts. Dude, I'm envious that Detroit gets that match, bro.
I'm about to make my way over there for that one.
I want to go.
That shit is crazy.
I want to go to Chicago for Forbidden Door.
Yeah, that might be even better. Well, actually, no. I think I would get more enjoyment out of Blood and Guts now I think about it. I don't know.
Really? Okay. It's a preference.
I don't know that many New Japan wrestlers, so I'll be just out there watching for the AEW guys. I mean,
the only AEW guy you wouldn't be cheering for is probably CM Punk.
Yeah, no. Yeah, what about that? You are correct about that.
This man does not like CM Punk, and I don't know why.
Nah, not really. Not really. Yo, did you know AJ was backstage at
Double or Nothing?
Yeah,
Probably.
she was backstage. She took a picture
It
with
wouldn't
Britt.
surprise me.
That shit threw me off. I didn't know she was there.
It wouldn't have shocked me if she was or wasn't.
Wish she came out and started wrestling.
That would have been cool.
I would have lost
Just
my
started
mind,
wrestling.
man.
Just started wrestling out of nowhere.
Lost my mind. Goodness gracious.
So then we had a video package after what happened at Double or Nothing after the match with Adam Cole and Samoa Joe. Sanjay Dutt, Jay Lethal, and Satnam Singh were attacking Samoa Joe backstage at Double or Nothing, injuring the shoulder once again. We're getting Jay Lethal versus Samoa Joe. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We're getting that match.
That is going to be chef's freaking kiss, man. Oh my god.
It's going to be so good. So Adam Cole makes his entrance along with the wrestler Red Dragon and Hikuleo. Hikuleo. It's not Haikulu, as people were trying to call it. Haikulu. It's Hikuleo. My bad, people, when I first introduced him. My bad.
That's crazy.
When I first saw him, bro. It wasn't this time was the first time I saw him. It was like months ago, because he did show up months ago in AEW. I called him Haikulu, and people got pissed the fuck off, bro.
Oh my god.
I don't watch New Japan, okay? And I say words in the way that I think that they are pronounced. It was not right.
That's funny. That's crazy.
It's Hikuleo. And Aiden remembers that.
Wow.
So it's Hikuleo, and Adam Cole joins commentary as the Young Bucks are making their way to the ring. The Young Bucks, they've been doing their whole like thing anyway, but they brought back the streamers.
I dislike them. I really, really dislike them.
Have you ever liked the Young Bucks in any
No.
fashion of them? Not
I mean,
even
like, really,
Generation Me and TNA?
I hated Generation Me. Oh my god. Generation Me was just like peak anger for me at a young age. I just did not like them. I never knew why. And then Matt called them hardy cosplayers. I was like, that's why. That's why I've hated them for so long. Because I knew it. I knew they
So
were
any version of the Young Bucks you just hated?
they're not, they don't do it. They annoy me. I want them to lose every match for the rest of their careers. I do not like them. I do not like them at all.
That's hilarious.
They piss me
Hey,
off.
I mean, hey, I can't change anything about it. It's your opinion.
You can try to change it, but you ain't gonna get
No,
very far.
I'm not gonna try. I'm not gonna try because you're not gonna budge. But we had a 10-man tag at the end of all of this because Matt Hardy comes out. Well, first of all, yeah, Matt Hardy comes out with his brother.
Woo!
Jeff is there.
That's the guy I love right there.
I wanted him to do the dance. I was getting ready. I got up to do the dance, and he didn't do it.
Yo, my friend was at the show tonight, and she was mad because she didn't realize that Jeff got hurt, so she thought she wasn't gonna be able to see him tonight. She was so happy when he walked out. That shit was great.
She was happy when she didn't see him wrestle.
No, she was happy that she got to see him like at all because we were talking last night, and she didn't think that she would be able to see him at all since he's hurt. But she was
okay.
like losing her mind when he actually walked out with Matt. It was great.
Yeah, so I was getting ready. I mean, people that were in my live probably saw me. I was getting up. I was getting ready. I was about to do it, and he didn't do it. He walked away. I'll do the dance again at some point.
I'm down with that, Aiden. That's a very good job. I'm in there.
Aiden, come on now. I know you don't mean that.
Aiden means it. I know I do. That's my guy.
No, but Aiden's a great guy over here. He's been a day one for sure. Darby Allin then makes his way to the ring next, followed by the AEW World Tag Team Champions in Jurassic Express with Christian Cage. I was making myself looking like an absolute fool when Jurassic Express with Christian came out, dude. I did the entire shtick.
Man was screaming on top of his lungs.
I stood up. I did the arm waving. I did everything. Even when I'm not at the show, I am at the show. Okay? I make my lives as lively as possible.
Gotta get the passion, man. Gotta have the passion.
They are so good, and not a ton of people really respect them in the way that they should be. Jurassic Express are so good.
Yeah, they are.
They got the absolute charisma out there because everybody does the arm thing. Jungle Boy is going to be the star of that group if they ever break up, which they never should. And when Christian Cage turns on him, oh boy. Again, I thought we were going to see something tonight.
If they just bring back the old music for him, the Christian, that's all I want. If you're going to do it, you got to do that.
Dinosaur Train and Christian Bebe. Oh my God.
Dinosaur Train.
Dinosaur Train.
Isn't it that kid show with the dinosaurs?
He's been calling him that all night tonight, bro.
Dinosaur Train hilarious. Dinosaur Train.
So it's Jurassic Express, Christian Cage, Darby Allin, and Matt Hardy taking on the Young Bucks, Red Dragon, and Hikuleo. This match was really good. There was a very much high spots all over the place. But at the end of the day, this was a good match. It was a very good down-to-earth match. And at the end of the day, Loff was very pissed at the outcome.
Yeah, no. That wasn't good. I didn't like that one.
So Darby Allin, he had a coffin drop to the outside, but Hikuleo caught him in a capture suplex position and drops him to the floor. Just drops him. In the ring, Matt Hardy takes out Red Dragon in the corners. He's doing the whole headbutts and the turnbuckles. He did it to all four corners. Absolutely phenomenal stuff there by Matt Hardy. He does the same thing to Hikuleo. He tries to do the same thing to Hikuleo, but he blocks it. A splash in the corner. Cage then hits a dropkick. Hardy then hits a twist of fate. Cage and Hardy then take out Hikuleo together by clotheslining him over the top rope. Cage hits a spear off the apron to Bobby Fish, I believe, which looked great. The Bucks then hit a super kick on Matt Hardy, the double super kick on Matt Hardy, super kicks to Luchasaurus. Hardy then blocks a BTE trigger. Red Dragon then hits a high-low on Christian Cage. The Bucks then hit a Meltzer driver. We rarely see a Meltzer driver. Ever. By the Young Bucks nowadays. Yeah. On Jungle Boy. For the 1, 2, 3. The Young Bucks pinned one half of the tag team champions. Champions rarely get pinned here in AEW.
That scares the hell out of me.
Mark my words right now, they're going to be the new tag team champions.
Why?
Why? Because of the Hardys.
What?
That's why.
What does that have to do with anything?
What does that have to do with anything? It's going to be Hardys versus Young Bucks again.
Oh, my God.
For the tag titles.
If Jeff and Matt lose, then I'm going to run my freaking head through my TV screen.
No, the Hardys would win that. The Hardys would win that.
Actually, this too. I'm really scared for Jeff right now.
Do you want them to be tag team champions?
No. Wait. The Hardys or the Young Bucks?
Well, we'll go with both. I know you don't want the Young Bucks, but the Hardys, really.
I don't want the Hardys being champions only because that Jeff and Darby match, it seems like it took a lot out of Jeff. I think we should sit him down for a little bit. Well,
I wouldn't say this would be right away.
Yeah, but I don't. I feel like the Young Bucks match will be like freaking strenuous because the Young Bucks can still go at a certain speed. Jeff and Matt, especially Jeff, probably can't go with that speed anymore.
Would you mind if this was title versus retirement?
No, because then I know Jeff would leave, and I mean, part of me wants him to leave, but part of me doesn't. You know.
So you wouldn't want the Young Bucks to be the ones to retire them?
No, I'd rather them retire on their own accord than someone retiring them.
Okay. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. Knowing how much of a Hardy fan you are, I just wanted to get that out there to you. Just throw it out, see what you thought. Because I honestly 100% agree.
I
agree.
If Jeff and Matt are going to retire, I'd rather them just retire.
Do it on their own merit.
Yeah.
Would the Young Bucks be okay candidates to do it? To me, yes. But there's a ton of people that would say no to that because, oh my God, they're just Hardy wannabes. Oh my God, they're just Hardy cosplays. You hear it all the time.
That's what they are. It's just that's what they've always been. You know, it's just.
Yeah, but they're not bad candidates to do it.
If you're gonna do it, they're the only people that can do it. I'll say that.
Okay. No, then that I'll agree with too. If this was title versus retirement, I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah.
But if that was the thing, if the Hardys really don't want to retire right now, you'd have to have them win the titles.
Yeah.
But it depends. It depends on when this match happens. Because if the Hardys really do want to retire, the Young Bucks will retain the titles.
Yeah.
But if Jeff thinks that he can still go, because it's really Jeff we're talking about here.
Jeff is gonna say he can go whenever, you know.
Yeah.
Jeff don't care.
and Matt's gonna legitimately die in the ring if he doesn't be careful. He almost died in the ring on Sunday.
Yeah, he's taking some dangerous spots I haven't seen him take in his whole career, was since like early in his career.
I mean, hell, he almost died in that match with Sammy. I'll say that.
Can't be doing that stuff, man.
So, and that was the goddamn forklift spot. You remember that, if anything. Like, the Young Bucks are really the only people that can do it when it comes to retiring the Hardys. But if it's title versus retirement, it's up to the Hardys on if they can still go. If they can still go, they're winning the titles. If they can't, they're being retired. But mark my words, the Young Bucks will be the tag team champions. They will. And it's going to be the Hardys versus Young Bucks again. I just see it.
I want Swerve.
And it might not be everybody's cup of tea, but
I want Swerve and Lee in the Young Bucks position so bad. I don't think the Young Bucks like need that, you know.
If the Hardys won the titles, Swerve and Keith Lee would be really the only ones that I would want to take the titles off of them.
That's the thing. Like, if we just skip the whole Hardys part and just go straight to like Jungle Express versus like Lee and Swerve, and then you go that direction, you know, instead of even going like the Hardys route. Because like the only direction that I see freaking Jeff going in is the feud with CM Punk, but CM Punk is champion, so that would be kind of counterproductive in a way, you know.
You think we'll get an encounter with Jeff and Punk with him being champion now? I want to see why they couldn't try.
Tony's a mark. He knows what they did on SmackDown. I would hope.
Fair point. He would do it.
I would hope so.
Fair point with the hallmark thing, because it's true. He would do it. And Tony, we all listen. We do this because we love you. Okay, we know you're a mark. You know you're a mark.
Yeah, just acknowledge the mark. That's all.
We do this because we love you. I'm Phil Kahn here. Okay.
I don't really like you that much, but you know, you're cool, I guess.
What?
Not you, Tony. Not you. Not the biggest fan of Tony, but he's all right, I guess. He's paying Jay Cargill, so I love him for that. He's paying Jay Cargill and Jeff, so I'll give him that.
So Hardy then goes to hug Jungle Boy after all of this, but Christian shoves him away, and then he hugs Jungle Boy in the process himself.
He didn't want him to hug.
I'm like, Christian, what's that for? Just wanted to hug, that's all. Christian's like, nah, it's my hug. Fuck you, man. And he still has a little bit of animosity when it comes to the TLC 2 match.
That shit's crazy.
Speaking of Swerve and Keith Lee, they were backstage. Swerve introduces his friends. They gave him a jacket. And Lee says whether they are tag or in singles, you're going to have to get some gold on them real quick. Otherwise, you're going to have to swerve in their glory. It's such a terrible tagline, bro. It really is. I get what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
But it's a terrible tagline.
Needs a little work.
Tony Schiavone is with Athena. It's Athena Palmer here.
She's great.
She says that she can finally say it as she is now officially all elite. And that is a straight shoot, guys, saying that she can finally say it because she's been wanting to say it for so long. Just ask Chris Van Vliet.
Van Vliet.
So yeah, it's no surprise here that she's now a part of a top tier competition when it comes to the AEW women's roster, and that of a dominant TBS champion as well. Athena says that streaks are made to be broken, and she is going to be the one to beat Jade. I am the fallen goddess. Then Jade Cargill enters. She is with her baddies, of course, and Stokely Hathaway. Jade introduces Stokely to all of us here, and he says, "How dare Athena interrupt us? Jade is a queen, she is a goddess, and she is our TBS champion."
Facts.
Jade says, not today, when she asked for a TBS title shot. At some point during all of this too, Stokely was saying like, "How dare you also make how dare you interrupt us when we're the best thing going today." I showed up at Double or Nothing, and he's like, "Wait a second, didn't you show up here too?" I didn't. She was like, "Didn't you show up at the same time I did all this kind of stuff when they debuted?" I thought that was kind of a very good exchange there between those two. But then Kiera Hogan got in the face of Athena.
Yes.
And then Anna Jay walks out to even odds. And so does Chris Statlander. Stokely calls for security to try to break them up. First of all, you didn't need security. I don't think it was going to get that bad. Second of all, you know how you say ref, all that stuff when you're just doing your reactions to NXT and all that stuff? It's ref. I was doing the same thing. I'm like, ref, don't do that. Security.
Bro, if I need Kiera Hogan versus Athena next week. Oh my god.
It's going to happen on Friday.
Oh, is that all? Really?
It's happening on Rampage, yeah.
It's Kiera versus there's a 1-on-1 match?
It's Kiera versus Athena, 1-on-1.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's Raw right there. That's Raw. Oh yeah, I'm watching Rampage now.
Is Kiera versus Athena. TBS championship match, not TBS championship, TNT championship rather, my bad. Scorpio Sky versus Dante Martin. It's going to be a great match. And then there's one other match. There's one other match that is there too. It's the Lucha Bros versus the Young Bucks. You're not going to watch that one, but
yeah, probably not.
But those first two, you definitely have to see. I believe the TNT championship, the TNT title is going to be the main event. So you're probably going to want to, I think the match order, and this is just me speculating. I don't look at the spoilers anyway, but they usually have the match order in the spoiler section. But from what I'm speculating, I think it's going to start off with the Young Bucks and Lucha Bros. So when the Jade match happens, I'll text you.
Bet.
Because if it happens at the beginning of the show, I'm going to text you at around 10 o'clock.
Bet.
But if it doesn't, and it's the Young Bucks coming out, then I'll text you after their match. So you can see them. Because I know you want to see them.
Sounds good to me.
Yes, and Mikey Ruckus is a freaking genius. He is the best music producer when it comes to professional wrestling today. Yes. Good job, Aiden, on that. I will agree with you on that. Chris Statlander, I'm sorry, dude. I first of all, I don't think it's going to be Athena that's going to beat Jade Cargill. As much as I love it, I don't want it. The person I want her to be beaten by is another person that came out tonight. And that is Chris Statlander. She needs her dues. I am sick and tired of Chris Statlander being overlooked.
I feel you.
Chris Statlander should have won the tournament, honestly. If you want me to be completely honest. From what we got from Britt Baker beating Toni Storm, from Chris Statlander having to replace Shida and everything like that, Chris Statlander needed that tournament. And then Ruby Soho beat her on Rampage. It was the best match in the entire tournament on Rampage. again with Chris and Ruby. But Ruby didn't need it. Chris needed that way more, and I'm tired of her being overlooked. I'd love it if Chris got the win over Jade. It would get the title, and honestly, it would put her in a really good position because she is an AEW original.
Absolutely.
How do you feel about Chris? I mean, you really haven't seen much of her, have you?
No, I really don't have an opinion on it right now. I haven't seen her that much at all.
Okay, yeah. Right. I've just been seeing her since the beginnings of her being a goddamn alien.
I know that.
Which, yeah, and then she turned into this new character. I just want her to not be overlooked anymore. That's really it. I love Athena, and I think Athena's going to do great things here. But does she really need the win over Jade? But does she really need to be put in a title picture right away?
No way.
Right.
Eventually, but not right now. I think you gotta let it sit for a little bit.
Yeah. She hasn't even had her first match yet. That's going to be, well, actually, it happened already. Her first match happened because they tape it all. But,
yeah.
but her first technical match.
Huh? Is it a live rampage this week?
No, it's taped.
Okay.
It happened right after Dynamite tonight in LA. So they taped it. It ended at 11, and probably people are heading home now. Or not now, but they're probably all home because it's 12:30.
I'm about to call my friend and ask who won the match. Part of me really wants to.
It's probably Athena, dude. Come on, it's her first match.
No, but
come on, it's her first match, bro. You can never lose her first match.
It's her solo match too. It's
not her first ever solo match.
It gotta be. On the main show. I feel like she's had solo matches on like Dark. I don't remember her having a solo match on like ever yet.
Let me take a look.
If she did,
is she actually signed with AEW though? Is that the thing?
That's what I'm still confused about, because this whole time before she came out with Red Velvet and Jade, I thought she wasn't signed because I only saw her in Impact, and she was only on Dark. So I don't know.
It doesn't even look like it because the only person that are in the caves are Chris Statlander.
Oh, geez.
Then it goes to Luther Bates, who's a freaking librarian.
Oh my god.
Leva Bates, if you don't know, all the way back in those NXT days, that was Blue Pants.
Blue Pants.
You probably don't even remember that either.
No, I do not.
Yeah, don't ever look it up.
Okay.
Blue Pants was a terrible gimmick.
Oh, I thought it was something I had to see.
She just wore blue pants, and she was terrible in the ring.
All right. Cool.
She's a freaking jobber in NXT, and then she got fired a month after.
Wow. All right.
The librarian Leva Bates is with Peter Avalon, if you even resemble that name here in AEW, which you probably don't, because that name screams AEW Dark.
That's funny.
And he's a librarian too, and he shushes people. They shush people for a gimmick.
Shush.
Not the good shush. Not Chad Gable shush.
Oh.
They don't do shush like that. They just let do shh. Like no, get out of here.
All right.
Don't I dare diss Norm? Listen, dude. This whole librarian stuff that they're doing, not it. It's not it, Nick. It's not it. Is he a great wrestler? Probably. But we never see them anymore, so.
Wow.
We never even see him on Dark, let alone anything. But then we get Wardlow, baby.
Big man.
Big man Wardlow takes on JD Drake, not normal JD that we know and love. It's JD Drake, one of the well, not four horsemen, Jesus Christ. Workhorsemen. Workhorsemen. There's a difference.
To say what the
There's
hell?
a difference. Workhorsemen. Jesus Christ. Drake hit a chop to little to no effect as usual. Wardlow then hits a big lariat. He hits a spear in the corner, picks up Drake for an Alabama slam. Then he hits a power bomb, and then another, and then he stands on his chest. 1, 2, 3. That's it.
Just like that.
JD Drake got squashed. But you kind of had to expect that coming.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though, dude. JD Drake is honestly really good. And people don't recognize it because he's a part of a jobber stable.
Yeah.
I've seen this man before. And he's honestly really good. But if you're a part of a jobber stable, that's all you're really going to be doing.
Pretty much.
But and not hang out with those goobers. Trust me, dude. I know exactly how you feel, Nick. I do. JD Drake is great. It's just he's a part of a jobber stable. Wardlow is kicking Drake out of the ring at this point. He's legitimately kicking him out of the ring. And Tony Schiavone is there to interview him. Before Wardlow can even say anything, Mark Sterling in a neck brace comes out with security, and security hand Wardlow a document. MJF, I'm still great. I'm still shocked about that whole MJF stuff. Plus, Wardlow was associated with him. So Wardlow, he had the mic in his hand at this point because Tony gave it to him. And he said, obviously, this guy doesn't wash the product, which I thought that was a very great one-liner.
Yeah.
Wardlow's great. It's like, this guy obviously doesn't wash the product. And he just starts to beat down the security guard who hands him the document. He rips him to shreds, and then he rips up Sterling's contract or paperwork that he said because he said that he's gonna see him in court, which why? It's a legal binding. He won at Double or Nothing. He's no longer a part of the thing. So there's that. And I'm like, okay, I guess he's not going to be seeing him in court. Maybe. I don't know.
They can do that. Just put Wardlow in a suit. It would look absolutely nuts.
A lawyer Wardlow. I'd like to see it. Just a lawyer Wardlow.
Hilarious in a suit, as big as he is. It would be hilarious.
So men of the year backstage, Dan Lambert says with Martin having all the potential in the world, he may end up like Sky in the next few years. Sky says that he may have all the potential, but it isn't enough to touch Genie.
Courtlow.
Good stuff there, Nick. He isn't this is the potential in the world that he has does not have enough to touch Genie. Genie is now the new name for his TBS championship or TNT championship.
Wow.
On Friday, Martin will get his ass handed to him. Martin walks up into the camera frame and says that he's better than Sky right now, and on Friday he's going to prove it. Up next, tag match, women's tag team match. Jamie Hayter and Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, taking on Toni Storm and Ruby Soho. Britt Baker came out with the Owen Hart title. And yeah, wasn't a bad match. It got all four great ladies out there. Britt Baker did not need this tournament, but she has it anyway. What'd you think of the match?
Wasn't bad. I'm not too invested in whatever story they're trying to do, but it wasn't bad.
I've been getting this comparison a lot when it comes to Britt Baker. You know how much I love her, but I know I shouldn't. But we all know that she should not have won this tournament.
At all.
People are saying that she is now the AEW Charlotte Flair.
I wouldn't go that far.
I would.
Here's
why. Here's why. She's not as bad as in the ring when it comes to Charlotte, obviously. But she is AEW's golden girl. We know this.
Yeah.
She is overpushed to hell. She doesn't have a championship, and she automatically feels that she needs to have something else important about her. That is why she won this tournament, and there's nothing else. She did not need to win this tournament. By no means necessary. I love Britt. I think she's improved greatly. But you do not need to overpush her to the fact to where if she doesn't have anything, she just needs something.
That's
it feels like that now.
She has the belt. Her walking around with the belt is like irritating me. I'm like, it's okay if she won the tournament, but the belt is just like, all right, she has to have a belt in her hands at all times, you know?
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly Charlotte. Charlotte's overpushed and she needs a title all the time.
I think Charlotte pushes her weight around. No, I don't think Britt does that. I just think that if it's like you're working at a company and you have someone who like politics to get promotions, but you, as opposed to like
if she starts to politic, then
I'll go that far.
We really have a conversation.
Right now, I think it's just one sided. I think they just love Britt, so they're just gonna give her everything that she wants. I don't think that she's making them do it. You know what I'm saying?
Because let's face it, Adam Cole didn't need a tournament either.
No, not at all. Both of them did not deserve to win that tournament in my eyes, but I mean, I don't know.
Did I have Adam Cole winning it from the beginning? I did, because it didn't really feel like anything else other than the Joker. But then the Joker turned out to be something else, which was Johnny Elite. I thought it was Claudio the entire time, and then it turned out to be Johnny.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, Britt lost. And Britt got pinned here, which makes me not think that she is Charlotte Flair, because Charlotte would have never gotten pinned here.
Not at all.
Toni Storm and Ruby Soho won this match, with Ruby Soho pinning Britt Baker with the destination unknown. I was very shocked that Britt lost this match. I was shocked that Britt took the pin, because if anything, I thought it was going to be Jamie Hayter taking it.
Yeah.
But I'm happy that Ruby and Toni won, though. I thought they should have won. I thought this team should have been the finals of the tournament. And I know a lot of people are saying, oh my gosh, they're just two WWE people. Who the fuck cares? Those were really the only two names that I thought were going to be correct for that tournament.
Yeah, I mean,
but
there's not many others to choose from.
Right. And they really didn't make this bracket elaborate either. They put 8 people in it.
Yeah.
I think they had a great base for the Owen Hart Cup. And I know they're going to be building this up for the next year, because it is going to be a yearly thing. I don't know if you knew that.
I know that.
It is going to be a yearly thing. Every time Double or Nothing comes around, the Owen Hart Cup tournament will come around again.
All right.
I think they got a great step. They got a great stepping stone, and they got a great base for what this Owen Hart Cup tournament could be. But let's see if they can build upon it for next year. Let's see if they can add more to this.
We'll
What
see.
I also think that they can do, you watch NXT now. The Dusty Cup Classic happened like a couple of months ago, right?
Yes.
Does that trophy continue to add the names of the past winners of that tournament?
I didn't
or is
get
it
to
just
see
that
it.
person? Okay.
I didn't see it. I don't know if it does. I don't even remember what it looks like.
Well, we know the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal does, right?
Yeah.
Can this trophy do the same thing?
I never saw the purpose of that. I never saw the purpose of putting the names.
Just adding the names back, and just adding all the names into it.
Yeah, like imagine if like the Super Bowl trophy or like the NBA Finals trophy just had all of the names of the that doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, if the Super Bowl had every single name on it, it'd be like, God dang.
There'd be so many names on it, right?
Yeah. Who's going to win next year? Dude, you tell me. I mean, we don't even know what the roster is going to be like next year because obviously Tony Khan, he's still going to be signing people.
Yeah.
We don't even know. Seriously. This women's division and this men's division is going to look so much different within the next year because there's going to be more people coming.
Yeah.
Johnny Gargano's probably going to be here. People are still making the rounds about Bray Wyatt, especially now because of his tweets.
I think he's coming back.
He might come back, bro.
I think he's coming back to Monday Night Raw.
He might be coming back. Ricky Starks and Jamie Hayter are great people, honestly, because those are two names that you can really build something around. And honestly, at the end of the day, they are phenomenal at what they do. I would like that.
That'd be cool. I like Ricky Starks.
But yeah, Toni Storm, Ruby Soho, they picked up the win here. I love the pairing. I think it's going to be a great thing to see. But now, listen, dude, we've been seeing a lot of tag team stuff lately when it comes to women in this company. And I don't want it to happen. But do we possibly see tag titles?
I was going to ask you that. I was going to ask you if you think they're going that direction. I'm kind of scared.
I hate that direction. I really do. No.
Oh, well, all right, then. There's your answer.
No, not at all.
There's your answer.
Not at all. You got the Renegade Twins that are on Rampage on Dark every single week. You got the pairing of goddamn Jamie Hayter and Britt. Well, Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker have been teaming for a little bit now. Toni Storm and Ruby Soho. They don't have. It would be as irrelevant as the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships are.
You saw they ditched the whole tournament thing?
Yes. Good.
Like, okay,
just retire the titles. Just retire the titles, please.
Yeah, I know what they're trying to prove. Just do it.
Oh, but you know exactly what would happen. Oh yeah, we have to retire the titles because of two people.
Yeah, but then no, that would be them accepting defeat because we've been trying to tell them to do that this whole time. If they do what we said,
it's just gonna be another notch in the smear campaign for Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
The women's division is already struggling with the two championships, right? Because Jade Cargill is beating every single person, and they don't know what the fuck to do with Thunder Rosa because Thunder Rosa has not had a legitimate challenger yet. Serena Deeb is a great challenger, don't get me wrong, and she is legitimate. But starting off a feud with Nyla Rose. I'm sorry, I love Nyla. I think Nyla was great. I think she's very admirable for what she is meant to do, but no.
Where's Abaddon?
Abaddon's on Dark. Keep her on Dark. Jesus Christ.
Ridiculous.
Keep her there. No, it's not ridiculous. Keep her there.
Why?
We do not need to see zombies on my TV. No,
I do.
Screw that.
I love Abaddon. That's what I want to see on my show.
She is terrible, bro. What
She's
is
not-
with everybody loving Abaddon?
She's not terrible. She's okay.
What is with everybody loving
I just
Abaddon?
think she looks cool. That's what I want. I just think she freaking looks cool. I like Abaddon.
God dang, MJ on the podcast a couple of days ago, loving Abaddon. I believe Aiden is an Abaddon supporter. You're an Abaddon supporter.
Yeah. Or the Abaddon Dons. I don't know. I got to think of something. I'm going to think of something. I'm going to think of a name for us. Abaddon. No, I don't know. I'll figure something out.
Who trained her? You tell me, bro, because whoever did not do a good job.
See, look. W chat.
She has a unique look, yes, but she can't cut promos to save her life. She can't.
She should be like the boogeyman and not say anything. Just shake yourself. Don't say any words. Just dance.
Her skills are not there. She's not good in the ring. She's never been good in the ring. No matter who she's in the ring with, she's not good in the ring. Who trained her? You tell me. Is she really trained in Dusty's school? And I don't know how she's this bad. Let me take a look. Abaddon.
Oh.
Abaddon. ProWrestling.fandom.com, because that's the only thing. She doesn't even have a Wikipedia page. It's great. She weighs 1,000 lost souls. Great stuff. She's from the Black Hill. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is sorry.
The Black Hill. What the fuck is that? How much does she weigh? What did it say?
1,000 souls or 1,000 lost souls or something like that. Yeah.
1,000 lost souls. That's great.
Her finisher is a Hurricane Rana, bro.
Yeah.
Come on. According to Cage Match, she was trained by Rocky Mountain. Where the fuck is that?
In the Rocky Mountains. Whatever.
Rocky Mountain Pro Wrestling.
It's like
who owns that shit?
It's like in Colorado or something.
Rocky Mountain Pro Wrestling.
1,000 lost souls. I'm like, yeah.
The Living Dead Girl is her nickname.
She's like the Undertaker.
I'm telling you right now, she's god awful. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's Colorado. Yeah, the Rocky Mountains are in Colorado. Yeah.
Well, I know the Rocky Mountains are in Colorado, guys. I'm not oblivious.
She be in Colorado.
But we're asking who?
I don't know.
Not what company.
Who the hell be in Colorado? I don't know.
Al Snow. If you were trained by Al Snow and you were this bad.
It's crazy, yo. That is crazy.
It's like a Rob Zombie song in 1998. Right. See, listen. Boo in the chat. Tomatoes. There you go. Tomatoes. Tomatoes in the chat for Abaddon. Yes. Thank you. Abaddon. Why the hell did we get into Abaddon when we were talking about Britt Baker?
Because Abaddon. That's why.
John Moxley versus Daniel Garcia. We're finally in the main event. I'm sorry this is taking so long. We go on a tangent sometimes, but that's what happens. And she is okay. Listen, we don't need to go that far. Listen, I'm not saying anything about her looks. Okay.
Abaddon.
If you think she's ugly, that's on you. I'm not saying anything about her looks. I look at it strictly for professional wrestling. She's ass.
Pain.
Living dead girl. No, hell. Are you alive or are you dead? What is she alive? Tell me.
You said what?
Is she alive or dead? Because she's a
a
living dead girl.
Yeah.
But are you alive or dead if you're at that point?
That's like asking if the Undertaker is alive or dead. He's the dead man, but you see him walking.
Then he's dead.
He's a dead man walking, though. And he's a motorcycle.
That was part of his song, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Dead
That's
man
what
walking.
Abaddon is. Abaddon is the current day Undertaker. Abaddon is Undertaker. Underdon.
I want to see what her record is, actually.
Takerdon.
I want to see what her actual AEW record is, though.
It's like 40-0.
There's no way. There's no way she's undefeated. There's no way she is undefeated. If she is, I'm going to riot. Because she shouldn't be. With how bad she is, she should not. She should have some losses. I'm gonna get blocked. I know that, but I don't care.
What? Underdone.
Oh my god, she almost is.
I'm trying to tell you, man.
Bro.
I'm trying to tell you.
Guess her record in 2022.
11-0.
You're close. Lower.
7-0.
Higher.
9-0.
Lower.
8-0.
Yes.
She's the best.
She is 8-0 in 2022, but guess her career.
500-0.
She's been here since 2019, so it's going to be a little lower than that.
300-0.
A lot lower than that.
100-0.
A lot lower than that.
40-0.
A little lower.
30-0.
A little higher.
What the fuck? 35? I don't know.
A little lower.
I'm not doing this with you, man.
34-3.
Wow. Well, all right.
She is actually almost undefeated.
She's the best.
She's undefeated this year, but she's only lost 3 matches in her 19, 20, pretty much 4 years of AEW since the company started in 2019, but it's technically 3.
Abaddon gets it done.
How is this even fucking possible? She's terrible. She's terrible. What the hell? Toni. Ref.
Trying to
They're
tell
going to
you,
lose at times.
Abaddon
No, go Abaddon. You legitimately just typed out tomatoes.
Abaddon gets
And
the
she
job
has been
done.
there from the beginning. You're right, Nick. She's been there from day one. This is insane. Okay. I got to get off the Abaddon talk. She's terrible. That's it. That's it. That's all that happens.
Oh my god.
I say she's terrible and she's 34-3.
She's the best out here.
If I get blocked, I deserve it at this point. It don't matter. If Ring of Honor starts a women's division, she'd okay. I'd be fine with her in there. Keep her in Ring of Honor. Get her in more in developmental. I'd be okay with that. She don't need to be in the world title picture, I'll tell you that. Moxley versus Daniel Garcia. Moxley started bleeding in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I went to the bathroom, came back, he was bleeding. I was like, what happened? in 3 minutes. So he's just bleeding now profusely.
And his whole face, bro. His whole face. His whole face.
That shit is crazy.
So we come back from picture in picture. Garcia hits the top rope backdrop for a 2 count. Moxley then blocks a sharpshooter and kicks Garcia out of the ring. Moxley then hits a super kick onto the steel steps. Moxley hits a lariat in the corner, butterfly suplex from the top rope, cover for a 2 count. Moxley then with a hammer and anvil elbows to the trapezius muscle. Garcia then reverses it into his own elbows. Garcia then gets a sleeper, and Moxley rolls through and hits elbows again. Moxley then, with a cross arm breaker, Garcia transitions it into a Regal stretch, which is interesting because William Regal at this point was on commentary.
Yeah.
Is that Roman in a do-rag?
Yeah.
What the hell?
I found this page that just messes with pictures of him. This is my new favorite
Send me
picture
that
now.
picture on Instagram, please.
Right.
Oh, that's perfect. Garcia with a roll for a 2 count at this point. Moxley got to the ropes, by the way, when he was in the Regal stretch. But Moxley with a backdrop, Garcia is straight up in the air, and his back landed hard on the mat. And there we go. You just sent me the picture. Thank you. Garcia countered Moxley's transition into a choke from a sharpshooter for a count of 2. Strikes back and forth between both men, and both men are down. Moxley drives Garcia through the timekeeper's table. It didn't break. The table didn't break.
Did not.
I don't know how much. I don't know how that weight does not break a table, but it just didn't. We're back in the ring. Jericho runs down to the ring because Jericho was also on commentary, distracting Jon Moxley. Garcia then rolls him up. I thought that was going to be it for some reason. I did, but Moxley was able to kick out. He hit a paradigm shift, and Eddie Kingston runs out to attack Jericho. Moxley looks for a bulldog choke. He gets it in, locks it in, and Garcia passes out. And at this point, guys, we were overtime. We were a little bit overtime when it comes to AEW. Usually AEW ends at exactly 10 o'clock. We got a little bit of like a 5-minute overrun, which is nice. Because Moxley then got on the mic and said, add me to this blood and guts shit because this is going to go down. Sign me up. And then Kingston and Moxley stared down at Garcia and Jericho to end the show. Blood and guts is going to be great.
I hope so.
Have you seen the first Blood and Guts match?
I've seen bits and pieces. I haven't seen the whole thing.
Okay. It involves MJF.
I guess I gotta watch it now.
It involves Jericho. Well, Jericho and it was Jericho and Hager when they were a part of the Inner Circle.
Okay.
So it's the Inner Circle versus MJF and some other guys. Well, wait. Actually, wait. I'm gonna look that up right now. It could be the Pinnacle, actually.
I gotta watch it now.
Blood and Guts AEW. Let's see. Yeah, so it's the Pinnacle. So what happened here? This was an episode of AEW Dynamite. This happened on May 5th, 2021, if you need the date. May 5th, 2021.
Okay.
It was in Jacksonville. So it was at the Daly's place with only about 1,600 in attendance because obviously the pandemic was still going strong. They were holding like only certain amount of people in the arena at times. So it was about 1,600 people in attendance. The first match of the show was Eddie Kingston and John Moxley versus Kenny Omega and Michael Nakazawa. Michael Nakazawa.
The hell?
Cody Rhodes was still in the company at that time. He defeated QT Marshall. Cody Rhodes is here. Britt Baker and Julia Hart. SCU was still a thing, believe it or not, at that time. Frankie Kazarian and Christopher Daniels. And then it was the Pinnacle in MJF, Wardlow. So Wardlow was still paired up with MJF. Shawn Spears, Cash Wheeler, and Dax Harwood, so FTR. With Tully Blanchard, because Tully Blanchard was managing FTR at the time, versus the Inner Circle's Chris Jericho, Jake Hager, Sammy Guevara, Santana, and Ortiz. And the match could only be won by surrender or submission. Surrender is like saying like an I quit in an I quit match.
Okay.
So it's going to be a little bit of a sit down session because it lasted 34 minutes.
Okay.
It's a 34-minute match, but it's well worth the sit down because it's a great match.
Okay.
And I'm not going to tell you who won because that would be spoiler and you haven't seen it in full yet. So
yeah.
But yeah, Blood and Guts. It's going to happen June 29th. For some reason, I'm thinking we're in July. That's next month, Phil. And yeah, it's going to be great. Detroit, Michigan gets it. And Bash better be at that show. Whereas Santana and Ortiz, they are they're going to be involved in this match on July 20th. Why do I think it's July? June 29th. They're going to be teaming up. I guarantee you it's going to be the entirety of the Blackpool Combat Club. Or if Wheeler Yuta is not back yet from Japan, it's going to be the exact same 5-on-5 that we got at Double or Nothing. I feel like that's probably going to be the case. So it's going to be Santana, Ortiz, Moxley, Kingston, and who was the last one? Oh, Danielson. How the fuck do I forget the best wrestler in the world right now? Danielson.
I thought you said his name already. I was like, oh shit.
No, I said Moxley and Kingston.
Oh.
So yeah, it's gonna be Moxley, Danielson, Kingston with Santana and Ortiz versus the JAS. Yeah. But they're doing okay stuff right now. They still haven't won the tag titles yet. They need to. I've been dying for them to win the tag titles at some point.
Yeah.
But they'll get there, hopefully. I hope Tony Khan knows what he has in those boys, because they are tag team battle material. They really are. BLSJ is finishing. Oh, is that the Super Junior tournament that you're talking about with Yuta? Probably. That's probably the Super Junior tournament that he's talking about. But yeah, Yuta, I believe he's still part of that, so he won't be there, but it's going to be those 5-on-5, and it's going to be a great time. Bash better be at that show, bro. I would go in an instant if I knew Blood and Guts was happening in my town.
I feel that.
I'm going to freaking Grand Slam in New York again. I don't care.
Oh my God.
I saw Danielson and Kenny Omega in a 30-minute classic the last time I went. I'm going again.
I want to go. I want to try to go to SummerSlam because I feel like something nuts is going to happen there.
That would be so good.
I really want to go to
Yeah.
SummerSlam.
Oh, Best of Super Juniors. That's it. Okay. That's what that means. Okay. I always just called it the Super Junior tournament. But yeah, that's it, guys. That's all of AEW Dynamite in its entirety. The reason why it's so long, like it really isn't usually this long. It's because we really wanted to deep dive into that MJF stuff, and that took a lot of the show. So if you guys really want to hear everything that we thought about that MJF situation, go check it out. It is in this video. It's just I think it's pretty much like within the first I'd say within like the 20-minute timestamp to like the 50. Like we talked about it for a good half hour here.
Yeah.
So it's a great in-depth conversation. So go check it out. You have anything else to say before we get the hell out of here? We got no recording session tomorrow. So thank God. Unless you want to record something, unless something bad happens tomorrow, then we got to do something. But no recording session tomorrow. It's just we're waiting for Friday.
Sounds good to me.
And then Saturday, nothing. And then Sunday, we're probably doing that whole prediction watch along type deal.
Sounds good to me.
If our guest could come on, so we'll see where that goes. And I already have a special guest for Tuesday.
Okay.
I'm going to send you his profile. I hope you know who he is because he's great. He's trying to start a podcast and he wants to come on the show, join us, see if he's comfortable. And then after that, he wants myself, along with anybody else that has like this type of experience, to help him out in his own podcast endeavors. So he wants to come on the show, see if he's comfortable with it, and then see where he goes from there for his own. Which I'm like, go ahead, bro. Come on in.
Yeah.
You'd be welcome to join us. So I said, come on in. We'll just talk up some wrestling, get to know you a little bit, and just talk it up.
Cool.
So we got that to look forward to on next Tuesday's episode of Tuesday's Talk. Make sure to go to the link that Aiden sent in the chat, bonfire.com, the exclusive home of Outside the Brand and its merchandise. You guys can go get the new OTB logo. It's on both corners. That is now a t-shirt. Subscribe to the channel, on the road to 500. And like the video, follow us on TikTok, social medias, all that good stuff. Anything else you want to say?
No.
Other than MJF stuff?
Make sure you drink your water today. And
water. It's freaking hot, bro.
Stay cool if it's hot where you're at. I know it's hot as hell where I'm at.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Me too, bro. Phil Khan making the major announcement like his dad. Of course, bro. Of course. Phil Khan over here.
Like his dad.
Like my dad. People legitimately thought Tony Khan was my dad at one point because I've been going by Phil Khan for so long. It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
Socks off. What the?
No.
I've been saying this for mad months. I stopped saying it because I thought y'all got it. I'm going to say this again. Put your socks on. What the? Goodness gracious. We had this talk months ago. I stopped saying it because I thought y'all got I thought y'all understood.
We haven't heard the socks on, socks off shit in forever.
I thought they understood, and now they still don't understand. Put your socks on.
No, Nick Khan is not my dad. Nick Khan will never be my dad, and that is not.
Yo.
That's not a good parent to have. Seriously. Abaddon versus Jonathan Gresham for the Ring of Honor title. Make it happen. Phil's dad. No.
No, that right there is wrestling.
No, that is not wrestling.
That right there, what I call professional wrestling.
That right there is what I call disgusting.
The 60-minute Iron Man match. 3 stages.
No. Abaddon can't go 5 minutes, let alone 60.
This is the one chance to give her. 3 stages of hell, Iron Man match in a steel cage, Inferno.
with no crowd.
This Abaddon one has to stop, bro. I might have to make a video on it. I might have to.
Join us.
I might have to make the video.
I think of an Abaddon is. I'm gonna think of a name for it. I'm gonna give me a few hours. I'm gonna sleep on it.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Talk to you guys on Friday for SmackDown and AEW Rampage. SmackDown. It's the final SmackDown before Hell in a Cell. Nothing's gonna happen, just like Raw.
Yeah.
Nothing happened on Raw, so nothing's gonna happen on SmackDown.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
I mean, Hell in a Cell. Raw exclusive pay-per-view.
Abaddon. The Abaddon.
Hell in a Cell, presented by Monday Night Raw, because there's no SmackDown matches. It's a Raw exclusive pay-per-view.
Just 3 hours of Abaddon. Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get out of here. There's too much Abaddon love in this chat. We'll talk to you guys later. Nick, it was a great time having you in here, bro. You got some Woody stuff, and I feel like WAF loves you. So keep it up. Have a great time. And yeah, we'll talk to you guys very soon for Friday. Next SmackDown and AEW Rampage. Talk to you later. Peace. We the ones. All right, dude.